Hey guys, everyone's been asking me why I'm foaming at the mouth about iOS 7, and since the announcement is hopefully going to be on Tuesday for the release, I wanted to kind of show everyone why I like it and some of the cool new features. So here we go. Let me first say that I loaded it on an iPhone 4 and it was very sluggish. Works really good on a 4S, and I'm going to demonstrate it on a 5, which it works flawless. So one of the neat new things is, first of all, getting to your controls and features. All you have to do is swipe up from the bottom and you have your control center with everything from Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, your brightness, playing music, everything. Built-in flashlight, a cool little clock that's got a world clock, alarm, stopwatch, and timer. Also a quick link to a calculator and a quick link to your camera as well. So again, that's the new photo center. Another thing, new setting center. One more time, control center. So another thing also is AirDrop, which we'll talk about in a second. So that's one thing. Another cool thing, to search your iPhone, instead of hitting the home button twice, you can actually just touch the screen and pull down and search your iPhone. Your notification center, actually you just swipe from the very top. And here are all the things you've got. And you can also see things that you missed. So next cool thing is multitasking. When you double click and you want to close things out, all you have to do is just push them up and they all close out. So there's no more trying to make the icons dance and then trying to find all the different little X boxes to close out. So that's pretty cool. Another thing also is on Safari. We can actually look at all of our web pages as kind of like an old-fashioned Rolodex. And if we use an iPad or a MacBook, we also have all of our favorites carried over from there as well. So another neat thing is, as far as organization goes, we all know that when we put our apps in a folder, there's only a certain amount it can hold. Now we can actually have multiple pages within a folder as kind of like a subfolder, so we don't have to have a whole bunch of folders roughly named the same thing. App Store has changed a little bit as well. For updates, you can actually have it do it automatically. So let's say once a day, whenever there's an update, it will push it to your phone without having to go and manually update them. And you can still go through and kind of hit what's new to find out what's changed, because it might be some functionality you're interested in. They've added a thing called Near Me, so any apps that are relevant to your location will come up. Also started a new thing called iTunes Radio. You can actually go in and look at different kind of genres of music. So something they're still definitely working on. Camera has changed a little bit as well. So now you have obviously video, and so you don't have to try to change it on that little bottom corner with the tiny icons. Photo, which is exactly what we are used to. And you can actually have some different effects, almost kind of like Instagram. There's also a square format, so you can take a square picture, so again it doesn't get skewed when you upload it. And of course panoramic. So another thing that's changed is how we kind of look at photos as well. So this is kind of what we're used to seeing, our camera roll and photo stream in our different albums. We can also look at things we've shared, either individually or all of the streams. And then we can also look at it, and this is what's called moments. So kind of our individual pictures. We can also look at them as collections, kind of grouped. Then we can also look at them as years, but that would be a little hard to kind of narrow down from. But one of the neat things is when it comes to sharing. So let's say I want to share these 3 photos. There's my usual ways of photo stream, emailing or texting, or what I can do is actually called AirDrop. And what that does is you can transfer files between iOS devices. Let me show you. So I've got iOS7 on my iPad, obviously. And to share these, what I can do is just hit AirDrop. So it's picked up my iPad. Let me slide this out of the way. Now you can see on my iPad it's asking, do I want to accept these 3 photos? So a great way to share things. So Siri's also undergone a small change in that you can actually select between a woman and a man's voice, although the performance is still about the same. Find sushi restaurant. Again, performance is still about the same.
Looking for sushi restaurants. I found 5 sushi restaurants. 3 of them are fairly close to you.
And so again with the integration of Yelp. And another small change is they've now made it to where if you want to turn off Find My iPhone, you have to actually enter your Apple ID, which this is really good because thieves were stealing them, going in and turning it off, and obviously you couldn't be tracked. So now turning off Find My iPhone, you have to actually enter your ID. So several more changes, but these are kind of the highlights. Mainly, I guess a lot of it is in functionality, not a whole lot of new things, but just makes you able to navigate and organize things a little bit better. So I think it's definitely worth the upgrade, and I hope you all like it as much as I do.